Basically, we were discussing about flowcharts and pseudocode last day. Basically, this is the first lesson in grade 11, but one of the major lessons because this will give you more than more than 10% of the marks. So it's closer to 20% in the paper, right? So this is one of the major sessions. So this is decision maker for your grade. This is decision maker for your grade. Why I'm telling like that? Because so if you can go through these flowchart questions, your B can be ended with A, and likewise your results will be increased. So this is very important lesson. Therefore, if you have not come for the previous sessions, I invite you to go and look at the videos. Go and look at the videos because then you can catch up. Otherwise, just sometimes if you are joining in the middle, so maybe today is your first day, can be like that. But in that case, you might have some doubt issues. Basically, you will not be able to do this as a usual student. So, but I think hopefully you, is there any new one today, new member? I think you have come last day as well. ගිය සතියේත් හිටපු අයද ඉන්නේ නැත්නම් අලුතෙන්ම කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවද? Ravindu, I can remember you were there. Julian, I think you were there last day. Is there anyone new? අලුතෙන්ම ආපු කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවද? නෑනේ. හරි. Then let me start. Let me start with the question actually. Let me start with the question basically. So you can write down when I'm telling this question, when I'm reading this question, you can write down and start preparing your answers. Let's open a new one. Okay, write down this question in your book. Malindu wants to develop a system to find total marks, average marks, and grade. Malindu wants to develop a system to find out total marks, average marks, and grade of a student by feeding maths, English, and science marks to the system. By feeding maths, English, and science marks to the system. Malindu wants to develop a system to find out total marks, average marks, and grade of students by feeding maths, English, and science marks to the system. If average is greater than or equal to, if average is greater than or equal to 75, then grade is A. If it is between 74 and 65, then grade is B. If it is between 64 and 55, grade is C, if it is between 54 and 40, grade is S and F otherwise. If it is between 64 and 55, C, and if it is between 54 and 40, grade is S and F otherwise, that means fail. Identify the inputs, outputs, decisions, and processes. Draw a flow chart and pseudocodes. Draw flow chart and write pseudocode. Draw a flow chart and write pseudocodes. Okay, now I'll give you, okay, to understand, read the question and find out the answers, I'd like to give you 10 minutes. So you can do it with me, that's okay, but better if you can try first. So I'll give you 5 minutes. Basically, I'll give you 5 minutes. Can you identify the inputs, outputs, decisions, and processes? So what are the inputs? What are the outputs and decisions and processes? Yes, can you name? Input monada, output monada, decision monada. Input, output, decision, processes. Monada kiyala hoyanna puluwan. Okay, I got an answer. Input marks, yes, correct. 3 marks. Basically science mark, maths marks, and English marks, 3 marks. Then outputs. Output is, yeah, one is average. Not only average, there are many. Position, I didn't ask about position, I asked about grade, basically. Yes, average, grade, and yes, only Ravindra is replying. Others, අනිත් අයත් උත්තර දෙන්න. රවින්දු විතරයි මට උත්තර එවන්නේ. කෝ අනිත් අයත් පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න ඕන මොනවාද කියලා. ඉන්පුට්ස් මොනවාද? ජොයල් ඉන්පුට්ස් මොනවාද? ජොයල්
Maths, English, science.
Yes, maths, English, and maths marks, science marks, English marks. So then, Anuja, decisions මොනවාද?
If their average is greater than or equal to 75, then grade is A. If it is between 75 and 65, then grade is B. If it is between 64 and 55, grade is C. If it is between 54 and 40, grade is S and F otherwise.
Yeah. So those are given in the scenario, in the case study, those are directly given. Right, okay. Now, can you start drawing then you know the decisions, you know, inputs, output, processes. Now, can you start drawing this flow chart? So what are the symbols? Inputs, parallelogram, input, output, parallelogram, outputs, parallelogram, decision, diamond, processes, square. Patanga number Nandin. Okay, so let me show my drawing. I have done this. Can you share your one? I'll enable desktop sharing if you have. So if you have done this in using computer, or if you have done this using book, can you share? Share කරන්න පුළුවන්. ටක් ගාලා මේක අඳින්න පුළුවන්. It's very simple one. Decisions විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. අපි දන්නා program එක තියෙන්නේ වර්ග තුනයි. Sequence, selection. So basically we have three control structures. The first one is sequence. Instructions are executed one after the another. Second one is selection. Instruction flow is selected based on a decision. And this is example for selection. Then the third one, that is repetition. So instruction flow is repeated until a certain condition satisfied. That is called repetition. So this is example for selection. So then it's very easy. Why I'm telling it's very easy, it has only decision. Only thing is this is quite large basically, but other than that, this is easy. Okay, let's go for this one. Let's see how I have started drawing this. Okay, I can start. So starting basically, you know, ellipse or rounded rectangle. Start, it is ellipse or rounded rectangle. After starting, you have to input. So you have identified the inputs. Inputs are, yes, you know, inputs are, so this one is not required, so you have one start. Inputs are maths marks, English marks, and science. That is a parallelogram. You have to use the correct shape. Input, output, parallelogram. You have to use the same shape for inputs and outputs both. Then you can say total equal to maths and English and science marks all together. So if you add, that will be total, and average is equal to total divided by 2. So some people prefer to write this as two processes. Process දෙකක් විදියට ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්, නැත්නම් එකක් විදියට ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්. So total equal maths plus English plus science marks, and average equal total divided by 3. Grade is, initially you can say grade is F, or grade, you can say grade is blank, nothing. Grade is blank, it's empty. But if average is greater than or equal to 75, if it is years, grade is A. If not, you have to come and check again. If average is greater than or equal to 65, then grade is B. If not, come and check. Whether average is greater than or equal to 55, if this is years, grade is C. If it is also not, then it has to come and check again if it is greater than or equal to 40. If so, grade is S. If still not, grade is F. Okay, after that, what you have to do is you have to connect all these things. You have to connect all these links, right? All these links, this one, even after yes or no, you have to come and connect to this one. Finally, what you have to do? You have to print the total, average, and grade. After all the decisions, you have to print the total, average. This is connector. After all the decisions, you have to print total, average, and grade. After finishing total, average, and grade, you can stop this flowchart. This is stop. Okay. Can you draw this quickly? I'll zoom out. So this, I'll zoom out. Can you start drawing quickly? So no need to copy. You can think and write this, but anyway, I'll give you a small help showing the start. Please draw this quickly and let me know if you have done. Let me know.